Did anyone bring a video camera? No? No video cameras? Just flash photography? Well, something about rock shows and flash photography and stages is that there's never a camera on stage that's taking pictures of titties. They're always taking pictures of guys like, yeah! 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 But they're never taking pictures of the one girl going, yeah! And I always miss my camera opportunity because there's always like a big mosh pit, some big lesbian dude holding the camera, and then some like bunch of girls. And like you never really want to say anything to the lesbian girls or the guy that's holding the camera or the guy that's going, yeah! But you always do want to say something to the one girl shaking her titties. How'd you get over there? So you walk around. I don't know if you've ever been to concerts, but they always got this gate and fence that holds you together or apart, whichever way you get thrown. And you go around it, and there's always a couple entrances. But there was this one club where I went to, it only had one entrance. Just one. And it wasn't even a good one. It was one of those entrances that was a gate that said, no 18-year-olds. And you're like, okay, tell them no. Or is it no? I gotta read it again. N-O. No 18-year-olds. Okay, I can walk in. And you walk in, and then you're like, there's 4'4" guy, 10'10" guy, girl, lesbian, bitch, and or there's a bunch of other girls around your height that have magnanimous titties. And I don't know if that's a word or not, but that's what you want to say when you look at them, especially when they turn around and say, "It was so fun." And you're like, yeah, well, do it again. And then the big lesbian guy, bitch, camera, dude, turns his camera around and he's like, what is going on over there? And you're looking at him and she's looking at you and you're just like, stop making me look at your tits! And you don't even really care because by the time you get past all the moshing guys, all you're looking at is two big titty beautiful women looking at a rock band and saying, isn't it so fun? You're like, yes it is. But she's never talking to you. So how do you get a girl's attention at a rock concert? I tried this once. Here's what I tried. I put on my black uniform, black slack shirt, black pants, black boots, button-down mesh t-shirt, and I was like, yeah, this will look good. Let me button it back up so I don't look like a queer before I get to the concert. Because when you get to the concert, there's like 15 dozen queers, and you're not sure if they're queers or not because there's like one big lesbian bitch, and there's a whole lot of people that look like girls, so you're just like, well, they all got tight pants. So you keep going, and you keep walking, and you look at the girl that has a titty, and you know she's not going to talk to you because you look like everybody else because you didn't surprise anybody with being an individual or anything like that. So you get over there and you're just like, okay, I know what to do. Wipe off all my deodorant. I'm going to smell like the only man at the concert. Hold on, they're going to remember me. And you just go at it. You just shove your armpits in there. Yeah! Yeah! And then she turns around and all, ew, smelly. And she jiggles her puffs. And you're like, yeah. Yeah. And then you look like a rapist. But it's okay, because everybody there looks like rapists except for the big lesbian bitch with the camera, never learning how to hold it and telling me to be quiet. Fuck you. Like, there's all kinds of things you can do to study on how to use a camera. But a lot of the times, all you ever get pictures is of your dick. They're like, you said something funny over there, look, watch. Yeah, good joke. You just throw it, you don't even want the camera. Like, I don't want the pictures on my online post. I don't want those up there. I said a funny joke, you couldn't aim the camera. Why do you always want to take pictures of my penis, lady? And sometimes you can't really cuss on stage, but at them rock concerts, they don't at all. I don't care what you heard. I don't care what you heard. They know. They know already. There's Protestants, there's Catholics, there's Buddhists, there's Kuan-Yinists, there's Egyptianists, there's Platoists, there's Platoists, and then there's lesbians. And the lesbians, they stick to one side all over the place. And it doesn't matter what side they're on, they're always lesbians. And then you get there, and the guys are always like all over the lesbians, and there's like 5 girls over at the concert that are just there looking for guys. So you pick up your big stinkies, and you go stand next to them, and you're like, I'm all man, bitch. And she's like, oh yeah, you are. And then you're like, yeah, who cares a shit about that rock concert? And then they're like, what's their name? And then you're like, you don't know their name either? Boom, let's go. Because you don't want to hear the next set, because they don't even swear. They stopped swearing a long time ago. They stopped swearing when Aerosmith came out. Aerosmith came out, nobody swear ever again. They're like, we were on a coke yesterday, it was a good time, huh, fellas? Yes, it was. It was such a good time there, Johnny. We got to make Play-Doh puppet paper cakes and paper plates and macaroni and cheese owls. Yeah, there's a whole lot of time on coke. Except there's not a whole lot of time. The only time you have for on coke and rock and roll, or the only time you have to have, you know, the only time you have on coke is move really fast or think you're doing everything really slow. See, I've never done it before, but I listen to rock and roll and I listen to Aerosmith, and the way they're crying in every song and then really, really happy, you gotta know that that coke was either good or the art was bad. It was one or the other. The coke was good or the art was bad. It was never both. It was never both. They weren't sitting there spray painting and huffing and smelling acrylics and then doing coke and then writing crying. They were like, alright, I'm going to draw some things out for the plan. What is it? It's new pants. Look. You can't look at your dick. I don't want to. But they don't swear. And they never swear on stage, and they always like calm themselves down, like they'll say like minute swears. They won't even bleep it. They'll say minute swears, and they'll look at the crowd and be like, "You guys are a terrible crowd. We hate you, and you're not as strong as rock and roll." And he just called us bitches. Remember when rock and roll was good? You weren't there. He called us all little bitches. And then we're gonna go get some beer after party. You better be there. And it's like, oh, you guys are bitches. No one shows up to your party. How much did we pay? Good thing it's only $10 to get beat up and stare. That's good. You know what I like? Whenever I go to a show, and it doesn't have to be rock and roll, it doesn't have to be comedy, it can be a movie. Like when I go to a show, you know what I like? Peace and quiet, and then disrupting it. That's why I used to always bring my little brother everywhere. So I was just like, you know, I'm going to the movies, but I can't do it alone. So I bring my little brother, and we'd sit down, and we'd all sit down, and this was when my younger brother was too young, but my little brother would sit there and just laugh his ass off at everything. And I would sit there and I'd be like, I don't know if I can laugh or not. I don't know if it's funny, because there's a bunch of crazy people in here looking back at him. I would just sit here and laugh at how funny this all is. Alright, hold on. Lord of the Rings. $10. Yeah, that was pretty good. Alright, it'll probably be quiet. We'll watch the movie. A long time ago, in a forest. Yeah, we're seeing Star Wars! You know, that's not even funny. The galaxy far away. Now I'm mixed up. And you get to the trees and the woods area, and you think there'd be nothing to say. And here comes the guy, here comes my little brother, getting ready to say something, and the little wood witch walks out in all her white costume. He's like, look! The woods bust a nut! There's bitch nut in them woods! Oh, damn. The lady in front of you says, could you tell him to be quiet? I was like, look, lady, I can't tell him anything. It's my little brother. It's his birthday. Some kind of excuse. But then you also look at the guy next to her laughing his ass off, looking at you like, please, I don't want to watch Lord of the Rings together. Keep him going, pal. We might just leave. You know what's funny about Lord of the Rings? And it's not really funny, it's kind of sad, because when they had Harry's feet, they didn't know what they could do with them. Like the entire time, Frodo could have been invisible and just tied the string to his feet. They're like, alright, I'm not going to lose it. Ain't nobody touching that shit. Well, I'm invisible still. How do you know? You're stuck to my foot. I think I'm growing some grass. Shrooms in there. You ever like want to watch some fantasy movies on